Former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson and Libertarian presidential nominee. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
President Obama held a news conference this morning on the economy, and essentially he said that he urged Congress to pass more funding for states, more funding for infrastructure, and some tax cuts for small businesses. What is your response to what he said this morning?
Well, the other thing I heard him say is that the European countries that spend more money than what they take in are really in big trouble. And that those countries that have a surplus are doing well. And then he talked about the U.S. economy and the tools that he has that allow the federal government to be flexible when it comes to the states. Well, what he's talking about is printing money. And we need to stop printing money. We have to be one of those countries in Europe that he talks about that actually spends less money than what they take in. So on one hand, he's talking exactly what we need to be doing, and on the other hand, he's getting us further in debt, which is what he says is getting the European countries in trouble.
Today in his press conference, President Obama said that too much austerity too quickly will actually damage the economy and make it worse. You disagree?
Oh, totally disagree. A monetary collapse is something that the government is not going to announce. 2 weeks from Thursday, there's going to be a monetary collapse. So go out and spend all the money you have, because 2 weeks from Thursday, it won't be worth anything. That isn't an announcement that gets made. It just happens. And it happens in countries, and it's happened in the history of the world. We're not immune from the mathematics of continuing to borrow and print money to the tune of 43 cents out of every dollar that we spend. Greece is 160% of debt to GDP. We're only 6 years away from being in Greece's same statistical situation.
I have a couple rapid fire questions for you.
I can do this.
Awesome. I'm going to give you two ideas, and I want you to say which ones you prefer.
Only those two choices.
Only those two choices.
All right.
I think that it's going to be pretty fair.
All right.
Okay. So there's just about 10 of these. So civil unions or same-sex marriage?
Same-sex marriage.
Gold standard or Fed-backed monetary policy?
Gold standard.
Simpson-Bowles budget or the Ryan budget?
Neither. Not enough on either. Sorry.
So it doesn't include the 43% cuts?
I'm afraid both are quite pale in comparison to the Johnson plan.
Tax cuts or tax increases for the wealthy?
How about the fair tax, which would treat all of us equally? The problem is we don't treat everybody equally. The problem is that we pay for, I'm sorry that I've already deviated from the rapid fire. Oh,
I know, you failed. You're doing so good. So the fair tax, a tax on consumption. So you say neither. Okay.
Fair tax is what we need.
Okay. So
fairer tax.
Fairer tax. So free trade or so-called fair trade?
Free trade.
Great.
Which is fair trade.
Obamacare or Romney care?
Oh! Yikes! Free trade, free markets for health care. Oh, I'm horrible. I've failed. I'll never be back on again.
I know.
I'll never be back on again.
Let Detroit go bankrupt or bail out Detroit?
Let them go bankrupt.
Romney's role at Bain, job creator or job destroyer?
Creator.
Tea Party or Occupy?
Both.
NRA or Brady campaign?
NRA.
And finally, Romney or Obama?
Neither. Johnson.
Great. Governor Johnson, thank you so much.
Never am I going to be asked back. Thank you.
You did great. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Thank you.